Hello! Wish.com! It's a website. It sells all the things, all the millions of things. And you can order them direct from China or wherever, and they are sent directly to your abode for low, low prices. Because Wish.com, frankly, is a hive of tat. You have never seen so much tat in your life. So many gubbins of bizarre and questionable ideas and origins, all available for very little money. So I thought it was about time I shoved my investigative hands into it, right up to the wrists, and see what items we could pull out. And for this, I came up with the format Lucky 9, which is nonsense that I just made up off the top of my head. Anyway, the idea was, many months ago, because it takes ages for stuff for Wish.com to actually be delivered, so like I did this back in, God, I think October, November, something like that. I went onto Wish.com, and I went onto another website, one of those ones that just generates a random word from a dictionary, and I got 9 random words. And I entered each random word separately into the Wish.com search engine, and I bought whatever the first item that came up that cost less than $5 was. And we shall take a look at them today, except number 9 is slightly different. For number 9, basically, it was a similar principle, except it was anything $15 or below. So it could be potentially a much bigger item. And the idea was that if the first recommended item was 5 or below again, I'd stick in another random word until it came up with one between 5 and 15. But it did that fine first time, so that was no problem. Let us begin with word number 1, which was ferry. F-E-R-R-Y. Ferry. And the first cheapy item was a bloody necklace, for some reason, from Fashion Jewellery. Oh, it comes out of the bag quite easy. No, it doesn't. It's stapled in. Fashion Jewellery. Who could ask for more? Answer, pretty much anybody. Yeah, so it's like a very cheap metal chain, and on the end of the metal chain is an anchor with a bit of plastic or glass. Actually, I think it's plastic, yep, in there. So it's like a necklacey thing. And the letter A. You could specify a letter. If I recall, I actually specified the letter S, but it's come through with an A, so we'll have to live with it. So there we are. I think that was like no money whatsoever, and you paid £2 for postage or something like that. It really wasn't much at all for what is essentially a cheap moulded piece of metal that looks like an anchor. But hey, I've seen worse necklaces in my nightmares. Second item. The word was available. Available. And the item was a music box. And not like in a box or anything, just literally yeah, that item apparently. Yeah, it's just a music box that you can like affix to something. Well, let's see what music it plays, because I can't remember what I asked for, and if that's anything that go by, they'll send me something different. Ooh. Oh! I've got it. It's the bloody theme to Game of Thrones, isn't it? I do remember specifically asking for that now. Yeah, that threw me at first. Also, it sounds slightly broken on some of the notes. But anyway, let's go through it again. Ready, earworms? Well, that was certainly a thing. I mean, it's a music box that plays the theme from Game of Thrones, I suppose, technically. It doesn't seem to work that well. It gets a bit sort of ping, 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 and not quite sounding proper. So that's a shame, isn't it? Next item, the word was civilization. Tragically, the classic video game did not come up. I'll tell you what came up instead. An Abraham Lincoln coin. Civil War, 1861. There's Lincoln. There's his signature. It's quite a chunky bit of metal. Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy of the United States. It's like a collectible coin of a US president. It just looks like part of a set of them, maybe? I don't know. I think this was the only one on offer, though. I mean, I do like metal coins. It's quite nicely done as well. They've used a sort of patina for Lincoln's face there. That's genuinely very well put together. And it comes in one of these plastic things, so you don't have to touch it with your filthy, oily hands like I just have. Yeah. There's interest in it. Again, Very little money whatsoever. Next up, grief. Now, this is a fascinating word, isn't it? Grief. What on earth is that going to give me, I wondered? Because I don't know what algorithm or whatever wish.com uses when you put things in the search box, but it seems to be completely different every time, or at the very least substantially different. Maybe it changes over time with what they want to sell. Maybe it's items you've looked at before on there. Probably a combination of the two. But I tell you what, I wasn't expecting grief to just be briefs. Yes, ladies' panties, but wait, with a picture of bloody Snoopy on. I think I could choose between black and bright pink, and I went for the bright pink because, obviously, why wouldn't you? It's quite a purpley pink, actually, now I've got it out. There we are. Good old Snoopy right in front of your genitals, as everybody has always wanted. Looks like it's badly transferred. It's going to come off easily when you wash it, so that's always nice. Yep, it's elasticated. It's made in China. Size M. Yep. Can't wait to wear those down the docks later. Fantastic. Next word was pocket. Pocket. Though that's quite an interesting word, because there's got to be like an awful lot of items that would come under pocket on wish.com, wouldn't you? They're mostly quite expensive from what I recall, but the cheapy one was in this box. A pocket what? The answer is a pocket holder for business cards. Yay! It's made of metal. I haven't actually opened it up yet. Does it work? Oh, it's a bit battered. It looks like it's been squished or something in the post. Look. None of the sides line up. Oh, great. Oh, it doesn't spring open or anything. There we are. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that's completely knackered. Yeah, it's sort of cheap and broken. Well, that's rubbish, isn't it? Yeah, in fact, it won't even close again now. Great. Marvellous. Well, with 50 years of metal bending experience, you may be able to get this back into a working position. But if not, it's probably not going to be good enough for you to keep your Christian Bale in American Psycho impressing business cards in. That's a tragedy, isn't it? Oh, God, who would want a case for business cards anyway? There's only one you can only fit a few in. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. The box is probably better. Anyway, the next word was just. Just. And I got just a USB-C cable. It's arrived with like 2 weird rips in it, which is odd. Dear valued customers, thank you for choosing our product. Well, I'm going to be honest, Chanoa. It was more sort of foisted on me for my search system, but there we are. Does it work well as a USB-C cable? Tell you what, I shall go and test it afterwards, and I'll edit in and let you know. So yeah, if you need to connect something from USB 3 to USB-C, well, this is a thing that will do it, and it's a weird colour as well, and slightly bright, so you'll be able to find it easily in your bag. So that's something. Rubberised too. Marvellous. Well, that could come in handy. Tell you what won't come in handy. The next word was a bit of a washout. It was foundation. And I'll tell you the problem with the foundation is, of course, a specific product. So yeah, I've got some Dermacol Film Studio Barrandov Prague makeup cover. Waterproof, SPF 30, hypoallergenic. What more could you ask for? Expires 2010. Yeah, I can't imagine this is... Oh, made in EU, it says. I imagine that's possibly a lie. I don't know. It certainly wasn't sent from the EU, put it that way. Great. Makeup cover. Let's cover these... points of my wrist there where I've been punching the undead. Oh, God, hang on, I've got to pierce it with something. Will the USB-C do it? Yes. Yes, it will. Oh. This may cause problems with testing later. Should have thought that one through. Oh, well, never mind. Let's put that somewhere where it hopefully won't get on the sofa. Oh, yeah, that's definitely my colour. It's completely the wrong colour for me, in fact. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, that's great. Makes me look a little bit pallid and dead. Great, marvellous. Well, there we are. That's vaguely covered up that thing in my hand, except it hasn't much really, and it's all the wrong colour. But hey, I'm not expecting to colour match my own skin from something I've bought off a random cheapy website. That would be weird. I'm slightly worried as to what's in it. It may give me weird diseases while we're talking, so that's always nice. And finally, from the standard words, it was Democratic. Yes, democratic. Could have been Lincoln again, but no. I've kind of forgotten what it was, actually. It's arrived in one of these... Oh, I remember, yes. So it's arrived in one of these red Chinese envelopes that they give money out at New Year and stuff like that. Because inside is indeed money. Ooh. And like a plectrum or something. What on earth is that? And a Chinese... What? And what? This isn't... Ah, that's the one I was expecting. That was bloody confusing. So basically, we have in here money from... Banque Centrale du Congo, yes, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. You see how that works? Hey, feels real, probably is, don't know what it's worth, probably not a terrific amount. Oh yeah, hold it up to the light, and it's got little horse-like creatures in it. Yeah, with pointy lugs, some sort of antelope type thing, I would imagine. Well, there we are, from Masangu Malongo, the governor. 1997 issue by the looks of it. 20 centimes. That's probably, yeah, not going to buy you a terrific amount, but, well, there's of interest. And weirdly, they've added in a China Construction Bank note. This feels like something that's been... Yeah, there's no safety stuff in this, and it feels... I've never come across Chinese notes of this type. China Construction... So it's all sort of very printed badly on rough paper. I'm not entirely convinced that's genuine, frankly. Yeah, not entirely sure about that. I think that may be what we can politely call repro, but I'm not sure. And here is a little coin, a standard Chinese coin, of very, very low value, I would imagine. Also, quite easily bendable. Look at that. Is that real? Is it not? I think these things are such small denomination that... I was going to say they probably wouldn't make fake ones, but also I would think a government-issued coin probably wouldn't snap in half quite as quickly. Interesting. I don't know what the bloody hell that is. Nose scratcher? Plectrum? If anybody reads Chinese, this is your time to shine. It probably says something like, you have been poisoned. Right, there's also a small note. This is intriguing. What is this? Wait, it's the email address in it. I'll read it off camera just in case. Thanks, and you get 1 or more free coins. If you are satisfied with my products and services, please give me a good review, okay? Life is not easy for me, so your praise is very important to my shop. Best wishes. Ah, well, I must say, the coin was crap and snapped in half, and I don't believe that note, but I actually did get the one I ordered, and it came in a nice envelope, so I will be nice to you later, sir, and I hope it helps your life in some way. And now, ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, the bigger, more expensive item... Potential. What a great word to get in something like this as well. Potential. It could potentially mean a lot of things. In this case, it meant a set of lockpicks in a case. Slightly cheapy feeling sort of fake leather case. Tried to say faux and fake together then. It became folk leather. There's an interesting idea. Yep, a load of tools. I've got to say, feel completely ripped off for this one. And one of the reasons it was expensive, or, well, more expensive than the others, it was like £10, £11 or something, is because not just you get a cheap set of lockpicks, but you got like a transparent lock so that you could practice your lockpickery on with it. But that wasn't delivered. They just sent this. A bit naff, really. Yeah. Just a load of lockpick tools which I don't know how to use, and frankly I'm probably not going to go and learn. So the potential is your potential to pick locks, I suppose. My God, there's a lot of these bloody things. Good God. Bloody wars. You could pick every lock in Christendom with this. Or you could just point a magic wand at it and say Elohimora, or whatever it was. Was that the one that opened? I can't bloody remember. Look, there's some pinky purple panties with Snoopy on. I'd somehow forgotten. Well... there we are. That's some of the stuff you can get from Wish.com. And I'll be doing this again if people seem to like it. And, well, it's going to take months to do, though, because it takes so long for things to be delivered. But hey, that's life.
Subscribe for more.